Hello, dear listener, and welcome back to the Sleepy Facts Show, the place where you can drift off gently while learning something new. Tonight, we'll be exploring fascinating facts about blue whales. As you settle in, feel free to let me know in the comments where in the world you're listening from. I always enjoy seeing how far these quiet conversations travel. And if you'd ever like to support the show, you can find those details in the description. But for now, just get comfortable and we'll ease into tonight's topic. Blue whales are the largest animals known to have ever lived on Earth, surpassing even the biggest dinosaurs in both length and weight. While creatures like Argentinosaurus were enormous on land, none approached the sheer mass of a fully grown blue whale. Their existence reshapes how we imagine size in the natural world. The largest animal ever evolved does not roar or hunt. It drifts quietly through the ocean. An adult blue whale typically measures between 80 and 100 feet long, roughly the length of 3 school buses placed end to end. When seen from above, their bodies appear long and streamlined, built efficiently for slow movement through open water. Much of this length is devoted to feeding structures and powerful muscles for swimming. Even their tail alone can span wider than many living rooms. Blue whales can weigh close to 200 tons, making them heavier than any animal that has ever existed. To visualize this, their mass is comparable to about 30 adult elephants combined. Supporting such weight requires remarkable biological adaptations, especially in circulation and buoyancy. The ocean itself helps carry their immense bodies, allowing a scale impossible on land. A blue whale's heart is the largest known in the animal kingdom, weighing more than 400 pounds. It pumps massive volumes of blood through vessels large enough for a human arm to fit inside. Each slow heartbeat moves oxygen through an enormous body adapted for deep diving. When resting at depth, their heart rate can slow dramatically to conserve energy. The heartbeat of a blue whale is so powerful that scientists have recorded it from great distances underwater. During deep dives, their pulse may drop to only a few beats per minute. This slow rhythm allows oxygen to last longer while submerged. It is a reminder that even immense animals rely on careful efficiency rather than constant exertion. Blue whales are baleen whales, meaning they do not have teeth. Instead, they possess long plates of baleen that hang from their upper jaws. These flexible structures act like giant sieves, trapping food while water escapes. This feeding method allows them to survive entirely on small prey despite their enormous size. Baleen plates are made from keratin, the same substance found in human fingernails and hair. Hundreds of these plates line each side of the whale's mouth. Frayed edges help capture tiny organisms suspended in seawater. Over time, the baleen slowly wears down and continuously regrows. Blue whales primarily eat krill, tiny shrimp-like animals that gather in massive swarms. Individual krill are small enough to fit comfortably on a fingertip, yet when gathered, they form dense clouds visible even from space. Entire whale migrations depend on locating these seasonal concentrations. During peak feeding seasons, a blue whale may consume up to 4 tons of krill every single day. This intense feeding usually occurs in colder waters rich in nutrients. The whales must build energy reserves to survive months of migration and breeding. Feeding becomes almost constant during these periods. Despite sustaining the largest animal on Earth, most krill measure only a few centimeters long. Their abundance rather than size makes them valuable. Ocean currents and plankton blooms determine where krill thrive each year. In many ways, blue whale survival depends on microscopic ecosystems. Blue whales feed using a method called lunge feeding. They accelerate suddenly toward dense krill patches and open their mouths wide. Their throats expand dramatically, taking in huge volumes of water and prey. Afterwards, they push the water out through baleen plates, leaving food behind. A whale's tongue alone can weigh as much as an adult elephant. This massive muscle helps push trapped krill toward the throat for swallowing. It also assists in managing enormous mouthfuls of water during feeding. Even individual body parts of blue whales rival entire animals in size. One feeding gulp may contain more water and krill than the weight of a small car. Their expandable throat pleats allow temporary stretching far beyond normal body dimensions. After closing the mouth, powerful muscles compress the water outward. Feeding becomes a slow rhythm of expansion and compression. Blue whales inhabit every major ocean except the Arctic Ocean. Different populations live in the Pacific, Atlantic, and Indian Oceans. Though separated by geography, their behaviors remain remarkably similar. Vast open waters provide the space required for animals of such scale. Each year, blue whales migrate thousands of miles between feeding and breeding areas. They typically feed in colder regions during summer months. In winter, they travel toward warmer waters to reproduce and give birth. These migrations are among the longest undertaken by any animal. Unlike many smaller whales, blue whales are usually solitary. They are often seen alone or traveling with just one companion. Social interactions appear brief and widely spaced. Their lives unfold across distances so large that constant group living may be impractical. Blue whale calls are among the loudest biological sounds ever recorded. These deep vocalizations fall below the range of human hearing. The sounds travel efficiently through seawater over enormous distances. Communication may occur between whales hundreds of miles apart. Their calls can reach volumes of roughly 180 decibels underwater. Despite this intensity, the sound is low and resonant rather than sharp. Such powerful communication helps overcome the vast emptiness of the ocean. Sound becomes their primary connection across distance. Low-frequency whale songs travel farther underwater than higher-pitched sounds. Ocean conditions can carry these calls across entire basins. Scientists believe whales use them to locate potential mates or coordinate migration. Much of this communication remains poorly understood. Researchers suspect blue whale vocalizations also help individuals maintain awareness of population distribution. In an environment without landmarks, sound replaces sight. Listening may guide movement through open ocean spaces. The sea becomes mapped through echoes and vibration. Blue whales breathe air through two blowholes located on top of their heads. When they surface, they exhale forcefully, releasing warm air that condenses into a tall, misty plume. This blow is often the first sign observers notice from far away. After a quick breath, the whale slips quietly back beneath the surface. A blue whale's blow can rise nearly 30 feet into the air under calm conditions. The column of mist forms because warm breath meets cooler ocean air. Experienced researchers can sometimes identify species simply by the shape of the blow. For blue whales, it appears tall and straight, almost like a narrow fountain. Blue whales typically hold their breath for around 10 to 20 minutes while diving. Their bodies store oxygen efficiently in blood and muscle tissue. During dives, circulation slows and prioritizes essential organs. This allows long feeding periods without frequent surfacing. Most feeding dives reach depths of about 300 to 500 feet below the surface. At these depths, dense swarms of krill often gather. Sunlight fades into dim blue tones as pressure steadily increases. Even at such size, blue whales move gracefully through darker waters. Despite their enormous mass, blue whales are capable of surprising bursts of speed. They can briefly reach speeds exceeding 30 miles per hour when startled or highly motivated. However, Maintaining such speed requires tremendous energy. Most of their lives are spent moving slowly and efficiently. Blue whales usually cruise at relaxed speeds of only a few miles per hour. Slow travel conserves energy across long migrations. Their movements often appear effortless, with gentle tail strokes spaced several seconds apart. Although called blue whales, their coloration changes depending on lighting and water conditions. Underwater, their skin reflects light in ways that create a soft bluish appearance. At the surface, they often look gray with subtle hints of blue. Sunlight and waves constantly alter their color. Many blue whales develop mottled patterns caused by microorganisms living on their skin. These tiny organisms create pale patches and streaks across the body. Over time, each whale develops a distinctive pattern. Scientists use these markings to identify individuals in photographs. Because no two modeling patterns are identical, researchers treat them much like fingerprints. Long-term studies track whales across decades using these visual clues. This helps scientists understand migration routes and lifespan. Recognition occurs without ever needing to capture or tag the animal. Female blue whales are generally larger than males. This size difference likely helps support pregnancy and nursing demands. Producing milk for such rapidly growing calves requires immense energy reserves. Larger bodies provide greater storage for these resources. Blue whale pregnancies last approximately 11 to 12 months. Mothers often travel to warmer waters before giving birth. These calmer regions may provide safer environments for newborn calves. Timing ensures young whales begin life under relatively gentle conditions. Newborn blue whale calves measure about 23 feet long at birth. Even as babies, they are already larger than most adult land animals. Within moments, calves must swim to the surface for their first breath. Life begins immediately with movement and instinct. At birth, a blue whale calf may weigh between 2 and 3 tons. Rapid growth begins almost immediately afterward. The calf remains close to its mother for protection and nourishment. Early survival depends entirely on maternal care. Blue whale calves drink enormous quantities of milk each day, sometimes around 100 gallons. Nursing occurs underwater as the calf swims beside its mother. The milk is released in thick streams the calf can easily consume. Feeding sessions happen frequently throughout the day. Blue whale milk contains extremely high fat content, similar in consistency to heavy cream. This richness allows calves to grow quickly in cold ocean environments. Efficient energy transfer is essential during early development. Growth becomes one of the fastest recorded among mammals. A healthy blue whale calf can gain as much as 200 pounds per day. Layers of blubber develop rapidly for insulation and energy storage. Within months, the calf becomes significantly stronger and more independent. Few animals experience such dramatic early growth. Young blue whales typically remain with their mothers for 6 to 7 months. During this time, they learn migration routes and feeding behaviors. Gradual independence follows weaning. Eventually, the young whale begins traveling alone across vast ocean spaces. Blue whales may live between 70 and 90 years under natural conditions. Determining exact age is difficult because whales cannot easily be observed throughout life. Scientists sometimes estimate age using earwax layers or tissue analysis. Many individuals likely live longer than currently confirmed. Some blue whales are believed to exceed 100 years of age. Their slow metabolism and large body size may contribute to longevity. Long lifespans allow multiple reproductive opportunities across decades. Individual whales may witness dramatic changes in ocean environments. During the 20th century, blue whales were heavily hunted by industrial whaling fleets. Advances in ship technology made previously unreachable animals vulnerable. Populations declined rapidly across many oceans. Entire regional groups nearly disappeared. Commercial whaling reduced global blue whale populations by an estimated 90%. Hunting targeted them primarily for oil and industrial materials. Recovery has been slow due to low reproduction rates. Even today, numbers remain far below historical levels. International protection for blue whales began in 1966 when commercial hunting was banned worldwide. Conservation agreements aimed to prevent extinction. Since then, populations have shown gradual signs of recovery. Protection remains essential for long-term survival. Today, blue whales are classified as endangered. While numbers are improving in some regions, threats still exist. Recovery takes decades because calves are born infrequently. Conservation efforts continue across international waters. Ship strikes are one of the greatest modern dangers facing blue whales. Busy shipping lanes often overlap with migration routes. Because whales surface slowly, collisions can occur unexpectedly. Efforts now attempt to reroute ships away from key habitats. Human-generated ocean noise also affects blue whale communication. Engine sounds, sonar, and industrial activity create constant background noise. These sounds may interfere with long-distance calls. Communication across oceans becomes more difficult in louder environments. Climate change may indirectly threaten blue whales by altering krill populations. Rising ocean temperatures affect plankton growth patterns. Because krill depend on plankton, food availability may shift geographically. Blue whales must adapt migration routes in response. Blue whales play an important role in maintaining healthy marine ecosystems. Their movements circulate nutrients throughout ocean layers, feeding at depth and releasing waste near the surface redistributes essential elements. This process supports plankton growth. Whale waste acts as a natural fertilizer in the ocean. Nutrients released encourage phytoplankton blooms. These microscopic plants form the base of marine food webs. In this way, large whales indirectly support countless smaller organisms. Seeing a blue whale in the wild is considered an extraordinary experience. Encounters are rare due to their wide-ranging movements. Observers often describe a profound sense of scale and quiet. The whale usually appears briefly before disappearing again beneath the water. Despite decades of research, much about blue whale behavior remains unknown. Large portions of their lives occur far from human observation. Migration decisions, communication patterns, and social interactions are still being studied. The largest animal on Earth remains, in many ways, mysterious. That brings us to the end of tonight's episode. If you'd like to hear more calm explorations like this, you can follow or subscribe wherever you're listening. And a quiet thank you to the supporters who help make this show possible. If you'd like to support the show as well, you can join them through the Patreon link in the description. Until next time, sleep well.